everyone and welcome to Life as a Med Student. For this video from my new recording location, I thought I'd do a video on my tips for how to study during lockdown. For those of you that might not know, I'm a fourth year medical student. I'm studying at Liverpool and I've got my finals exams at the end of August, which is about 3 months away from now. Now I know most people have different styles of studying that suit them better. And for me personally, with 3 months still to go, I'm one of those people who has a slightly more relaxed approach to my studying at this moment in time. So I've not planned out a strict study schedule just yet, which is something that I might do a bit closer to the exams. But in this video, I'll talk you through some tips that I find useful just for knowing that I'm staying on top of my studies and what I should know, so that I'm in the best position when it comes to sitting my final exams. So my first tip is you need to know the bigger picture. You need to know what it is that you don't know. Basically, to do that, you need to have a look through your course key content. Thankfully at Liverpool they have an online website and it quite helpfully lays out the different topics that make up the course content, and by looking through that you'll roughly in your head have an idea of which topic or which theme you don't know as much on, and it just gives you something that you can focus a day's worth of studying on. So for example, if I was to click on surgery here and see that there's some key cases that we're supposed to know, and I can look at any one of them really and think I actually probably couldn't answer too many questions about that, so straight away I've got a useful starting point for where I can do some studying. So tip number 2 is the prep the night before. So we've still not actually got around to doing any studying yet, but for me I think it's really important before I even go into the day with any books or any online resources. I find it really useful just to jot out either on a notepad, on a whiteboard or some other tool what it is that I intend on getting through the following day, or on whatever day that I've put aside that I'm going to do some studying. I'm not someone who would just wake up in the morning and decide, oh, I'm going to spend a couple of hours on something, what do I want to spend it on, blah blah blah. I like to have done that the day before. One of the tools that I like to use when I'm doing my sort of night before planning, it's an app it's got a website online as well. It's called Trello. I think there's a free version. I'd pay for the premium version without the ads and a few extra features. But this is really useful. It's like having a whiteboard, and it works as a series of boards. And I've laid out sort of my revision board, and it has on there a lot of the key topics and my progress on those things. And it's just a neater way, I think, than actually using or hanging a whiteboard up somewhere in my workspace. I just like to keep things neater, and if I can keep it all on my laptop or phone, I always prefer that. And I know some people are completely the opposite and need to write things down, but it's whatever works for you. For tip number 3, just going back onto my Trello board, if I go on one of the checklists or tasks that I've set myself on one of these themes, the theme that I'll choose is medicine, and I'll go on the core cases list that I've been working through, and you can see there that next to each of the topics that come up in this theme, I've put the amount of time that I want to spend on studying that particular topic. And what I do is I will set a stopwatch, and you've got to be realistic with how much time you assign in the first place before you've started the task. But it's a really helpful thing for me to do because, like everyone, I'm probably no different in hating the frustration of spending hours and hours trying to study one particular thing. And I found that by setting myself a stopwatch and simply deciding that however far that I get after that amount of time that I've allocated, I'm going to stop with the task. Hopefully I get to the end of it, but even if not, what it means is I'll stop, I'll give myself a break, and then I'll come back and I'll question myself on the stuff that I've just been studying. And for me, that assigning the amount of time, it just saves a lot of the frustration that you can get when it comes to studying. Particularly, like I said, I've still got 3 months to go till the exam. So there you have 3 of my tips for studying during lockdown. Stay tuned for the second part of this video when I'll focus on specifically what I've done, what I've had to change during the lockdown to make my studying more effective. For now, thanks for watching. Do please subscribe if you've not already, and hopefully I'll see you next time.